What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant, and you're watching Urban Nerd, this channel where I give my nerd views on today's nerd news, but also give my reviews on movies that I watch. And I know it's been a while. I was in Cuba, enjoying myself, and I just got back a little bit right before the weekend. I saw Meg, but I wasn't able to do a review because I don't know what happened. I got sick, and then I was feeling under the weather, and I'm feeling better today after work, so I'm doing this thing for you guys. I'm going to give you guys a review on Meg. And if you don't know what Meg stands for, it stands for Megalodon. And this movie, I'm going to just say right now, go in there with low expectations or adjusted expectations. Because, I'm going to tell you like this, if you're going in expecting to see Jaws, you're going to be disappointed. If you go in expecting to see Sharknado, you're going to be disappointed. If you go in just expecting a fun movie that has crazy over-the-top action and this nonsensical things, but at the same time a little bit of humor, takes itself a little serious here and there. It's a melting pot of themes, because it tries to be. It does have some humor, because with the cast of Rainn Wilson, yeah, he brings a lot of humor to this movie. So as soon as you have him or cast him, you already know it's gonna have some humor. So if you guys don't know, I'll just run down real quick the cast of it. Number one is going to be Jason Statham, my man crush. Yes, I was working at the movie theaters, AMC, way back in the day when Transported first came out, and that's when I first man crush. Right after that movie, he was like my superhero, my all time favorite action hero to watch. You know what I'm saying? Transported just did it for me. He was my man crush, and so Jason Statham's in this. And when he first was cast, I thought he was going to be a scientist or whatever, and he's not. So don't think that he's a scientist. He's basically the guy. He's a diving pro, and he's brought in to save some people, just to save someone. And he's a little reluctant because of things that happen in the beginning of the movie, where he's blamed for some people's deaths. So definitely understandable, but somehow, they got to find a way to bring him back and to save some people. And I'm not going to give away the whole plot, but that's why he comes back. And then from there on, that's when a Meg shows up and shit just goes cray. But like I said, if you're going with the casting, you got Jason Statham. You've got Ruby Rose, who I've seen more and more in movies, and I don't know how I feel, because she's a beautiful woman. Gorgeous, gorgeous woman. She's along that lines of guys and girls are attracted to her because she looks beautiful as a woman, but she has that cut, so it's tomboyish. So and then she could play off probably a pretty boy for gay people. I don't know what. She just from when she first came into the thing with Orange Is the New Black, that's what people said. She's that middle ground for everybody, gays, straights, everybody. But she's a beautiful girl, who's also, if you don't know, she's going to be playing Batwoman in the CW. So just keep an eye out for that. But Ruby Rose, who plays Jax Hurd or whatever, and Jason Statham plays Jonas. So you don't really need to know the names like that. But you got Lee Bing. Are you serious? Bing Bing? Lee Bing Bing, that's her name. Who's plays Soo Yi, who's the daughter of the main guy that's in charge of the whole underwater expedition, which is played by Winston Cho, who plays Dr. Minway. And then you've got Rainn Wilson, who plays Jack Morris, the billionaire, who basically funds the whole sea diving thing. You've got Jessica, who's the ex-wife of Jason Statham. Jessica, her name is McNam. McNamee. McName? If that's the name of it, whatever. And then you've got Cliff Curtis, who does an excellent job of playing just that fine line of the friend who's there for him, but, he kind of keeps his distance. But I definitely like this role. Whenever you see Cliff Curtis in any movie, he definitely brings it, and he's definitely a great addition to any movie that he's in. The douchebag doctor, who's played by Robert Taylor, what are these names? The Wall? I don't even know. And then I swear, I'm looking at these castings. I'm like, what? Are these names serious? But yeah, and then you've got the black guy, who's basically the comedic, but he can't swim. And then Rainn Wilson's character says, "Are you serious?" And he was like, "Oh, stereotype of black people can't swim." He's like, "No, it's the fact that you work in an underwater sea lab and you can't swim." He was like, "My job description didn't say I have to swim. It just says I have to work in water." which is understandable. You don't have to be able to swim, but I guess it would help if you're working in an underwater sea thing. Just maybe. Me personally, I just came back from Cuba. I tried snorkeling. I almost drowned like twice or 3 times, like snorkeling. Well, not so much snorkeling because I had the life raft, but I went into this huge natural pool inside a cave, and I tried to go a little bit deep end, kind of drowned, came back up. I'm still alive, but definitely can understand the stereotype is real. Can't really swim. I need to learn. My mom learned when she was 40, so that's no excuse, but I really need to get on that. And then you've got the guy I didn't expect to see, who Misa Oka, who plays Toshi, who, if you guys don't know, that's Hero from Heroes. You know what I'm saying? He's actually in this. He's in it for a brief moment, but he does do a great job while he's in there. And then you've got the rest of the cast, whatever. Don't really need to know. But I'm telling you like this, if you liked, I guess, Piranha 3D, it's around that kind of vibe. It's got action. It's not as bloody as I thought it would be. It rides that fine line of, okay, whoa, shit, that happened. But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't go too gory or graphic, which I don't know if they did that just the sake of, like, so it can be a little bit more PG, I guess, in a way, which I guess it works. And going by the money that it made, Meg apparently, like, the first weekend it came out, it made $45 million. So they know what they did, because they went after that overseas market. Because most of that movie, it happens overseas in Japan, or not Japan, but like the most crowded beach in the world. It's like watching on the thing, yo, that's a full buffet for that shark. But that brings up one point while watching this movie that I thought kind of flaw in it. After watching this shark, who's a megalodon, who's pretty much the size of like a blue whale or something like that, rips through a regular sized blue whale, rips through a baby blue whale, then goes around, eats like a couple. I did some research. I was wondering, do sharks kill just for the sake of killing, or do they kill to eat? Do they just kill it and leave it for later? I don't know, because this thing was going through everything, and I'm like, ain't he full? After a whale, then a baby whale, I'm bigger than you. I'm sorry, but like, I figured you'd be full, because you figure with Jaws, that was made like a vendetta thing. He was going after those people on the boat. Then you got Jaws 2, Revenge or whatever. But going off the first Jaws, okay, he's just terrorizing these people. That's what it is, okay? That's what the movie was. He's there to terrorize these people and eat them. But these are little people. It's a big shark. These little people are going to be hungry. Keep eating. The Meg, I don't know what the deal is. Granted, there's a little twist where you find out, like, if you guys don't read the book, whatever. Spoiler alert. No, you know what? I'm not going to spoil it for you. Watch it and you'll see something. But even if when you see that happen, it still makes you wonder, how much can these sharks freaking eat? Because this shark ate a whale and then a baby whale. You should be good. And I did research. Sharks will eat a seal and be good for like 3 days. 3 days. You're good. And that's a seal. And that's way smaller. So why is it eating everything to be seen? Don't know. That's my little thing. While watching the movie, I was like, okay, this don't make no sense. But that's just me thinking a little bit too much. But at the end, the way he dies, I literally busted out laughing. I was the only one laughing, and that made other people laugh, because it just was so ridiculous how Jason Statham, hand to hand, takes on a Meg and kills it. Kills it with his bare effing hands. And that's why Jason Statham is the most badass mother effer as far as action superheroes ever. Like, I'm sorry, you just can't. When a man takes on a megalodon and kills it with his bare hands, you are this MVP. You are the GOAT. Greatest of all time. You cannot be beat. You're on that level of, maybe that's why they're gonna have him and The Rock do that Hobbs and Shaw. Because Dom in the Fast and Furious is pretty much unbeatable. He can do anything. He can jump through the air, fly across gaps, huge gaps, slam into windshields, not even break a bone. Like, the dude's unbeatable. And then, you got Hobbs, who's The Rock's character, who's pretty badass too, breaking through casts with just flexing. And you got Jason Statham, who they pretty much made a badass in the first scene when he walks out of a building and everyone's just beat. And you got them teaming up, so that's why Jason Statham, he's the GOAT. So as far as this movie, if you're gonna watch it, you're probably gonna enjoy it. Like I said, go in with your own expectations of just having fun, crazy, like stupid kind of comedy here and there. They try and get you feeling some sympathy with the relationship between the Sunyi and the father and then the granddaughter, which is her daughter. And then they try and get this relationship going with Jason Statham and the Sunyi character, which I kind of believe because, hey, when you find him in the beginning, he's over in, like, I guess Vietnam, not Vietnam, like over in Thailand. And you figure if he's out there, he's probably got attracted to these Asian women. So this Asian chick coming out of nowhere, you know, granted, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't understand how there's a scene in the movie where Jason Statham, she walks into the room, Jason Statham just has his shirt off. The dude has not been doing anything for 5 years but drinking beer. This dude has better abs than me. I don't understand how that's possible. He has to have been working out on a low or whatever, but I swear, if I could drink beer all day, every day for 5 years and still keep my abs, hey, that would be an amazing world. But in this movie, that's what happens. So, like I said, if you're gonna go in to see this movie, I suggest you probably, like, if you like this fun action movies that it's silly here and there, and just, you know, there's a little bit of heartwarming moments that may fail to some people, but to me, I did feel them, I did appreciate them, and I did like the characters. Not every character was pretty much memorable. A lot of people die. Some people, you're like, wait a second, did he die? You gotta think back. Yes, he did die, whatever. But overall, it was a fun movie. I enjoyed myself, and you probably will too. So that's pretty much my review for The Meg. So if I was going to give it a grade, I'd probably give it a C+, because it is not an amazing movie. It is not, even the 3D does not break boundaries by no means. The 3D you kind of forget in a while. So you can see it in 3D or not see it in 3D. Regardless, it's going to be an enjoyable movie, and I say watch it. So that's pretty much my grade and my opinion on The Meg. So if you guys agree with me, just comment down below. I know this video is probably old. I don't know how many views I'm going to get because I just came back. The movie came out like 2 weeks ago or something like that. Not this past week and the weekend before. So I don't know. So if anything, just remember to put on your notifications. Comment down below on anything that you liked about this review. And remember to tell your friends, share, and remember to subscribe. Check out my last movie review. Check out my playlist of movie reviews. And remember, I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Sup Urban Nerd, and you've just been notified. Catch you guys on the next movie review.